Good job.
Good. All right. Good.
Good job.
Hey, welcome everyone. Glad to be here tonight with you. And I enjoyed the photographs. It was a fun bunch of images to look at.
Okay, Steve, you can start showing images.
Sorry, I was juggling screens. Do you now see Creative Bee up on the screen?
I do, yes.
Okay, let me juggle my screens a moment. Okay, here we go. Creative Bee, 3 images.
Okay, and I'll read the captions. Grandson's toy.
You guys want me to talk about all of the images?
Yes, please.
Okay, yes. So the creative category I thought in general was pretty interesting. And this shot is fun in the sense that it reminds me of, you know, the kind of stuff that a lot of us are doing during the pandemic, which is finding creative ways to play around inside the house, since sometimes we can't go outside. And I love the colors in this shot. That was the main thing that attracted me. I thought it was a very colorful image and it made me smile. Next.
Truth is Beauty by Marco Cochran.
Yes, this is a beautiful image in the sense that I really like the gray and the blue juxtaposition. I think they go together well. It's funny, gray and blue I think are just a nice color scheme in general. And it's a beautiful shot. It's a beautiful pose with the statue here, and then adding the sky backdrop. Gorgeous. Next.
By the way, just say next when you're ready.
Next.
White tree on red silk.
Yeah, this, you know, on red silk especially, I could see this being something that if I walked into, you know, a Japanese home or something, you know, being maybe backlit on a wall or being a partition or something. It just, it's very lyrical, and the color scheme works for me quite well. Also holding the highlights in the white, I thought, you know, no easy trick. Just it feels good, and then of course doing the way they're back to back, I think is lovely. It's a lovely image. And so those are the 3 in this category, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you want to move to next, or what do we?
Just say next. I'll take care of the rest.
All right, next.
Creative A, 3 images.
Alfred Hitchcock Goes to Church.
Yeah, this is a blast. I actually zoomed in on Hitchcock to see get a better look at him when I was doing this, but I mean, we all know this location, great location, and just pulling all these elements together. It is creative, and it feels good. This is kind of stuff I feel like I need right now with everything going on. I enjoyed this image a lot, and it's well done too. Well done, well done. Next.
What is a tree to a bird?
Yeah, or a lot of birds, right? A lot of birds here. One of the things that appealed to me about this image, I love the gradation there in the background, how it goes from the, you know, going upward from the pinkies up to the blues. Really, really soft and delicate, very nice. And then you have the very sharp edges of the tree and then the birds. And then again, we have, you know, kind of this back-to-back thing going on. It's lovely. It's a lovely image. It feels good to look at, and the color palette's gorgeous. Next.
Midnight at Zion.
Terrific sky, first of all, beautiful sky. And then I think the perspective is fun as well, looking upward at the tree, and then just a little bit of a light on the tree, so it's not a complete silhouette. I found that appealing. And then, just three basic elements in the shot. I like simple compositions, easy on the eye. So this pulls together a lot of very nice stuff. Next.
Creative AA, 4 images.
Being human.
Yes, this is I like the shot. However, one of the things that happened to me is, and this is more with my eye, I think, than anything. I always like a spot to go to, and on this one I found myself kind of circling around a lot, which is not necessarily a terrible thing. What is fun and something that I totally appreciated is how we went from color to faded color to black and white. That was not lost on me at all. I enjoyed that. But I did find myself wanting like one element to really latch onto. That being said, I think it's a well executed photo, and again, I do like what they did with the different tones for the 3 different shots. Next.
Art imitates wife.
Yeah, pretty cool. I would love to see the backstory on this shot, getting this set up and getting permission or however that worked out. I mean, I just feel like there's something here that more of the story that I'd like to know. But just a cool shot all the way around. And maybe I softened the background a bit. I don't know, and maybe I would have softened it, and then I go, no, I like it the way it is. Not quite sure on that. But what I really want to do, what my eyes really want to do, is just focus on these 2 elements here in the foreground, because it's fun and it's well done. Next.
A moonlit night in the vineyard.
Yeah, that is one serious harvest moon there, I tell you. That is, if I woke up and saw that, I think I would think, all right, the end is here. Again, though, nice bringing together of the elements. The foreground, believe it or not, is something that I really enjoyed on this shot. The way that the foreground's handled, it's terrific, leading into where the eye should go there with the moon and the main oak tree. And I like the slanted horizon. I think it just gives it a little bit of extra something, and I think it's a good choice. So fun image. I enjoyed the execution of it. Next.
Suspended.
Yes, indeed, suspended. And this is the background is interesting to me, how it how the hues kind of evolve there. And I spent some time just sort of trying to figure out what's going on here with this. And then I just resigned to enjoying the elements that are in the shot, the different textures, the lights and darks. And I think as such, it is an enjoyable shot that way. Next.
Creative Masters, 5 images.
Building boom.
Yeah, and again, sort of like a shot in the earlier category, I appreciate the pattern, and I appreciate the textures and some really good colors here. I kind of want a place to go with it. And so again, this is where I go, all right, I am just going to enjoy this metallic feel that I have with this shot. So I do like that against that building in the background there. But I'd love to have, like, I don't know, a red dot there or something. Just, one thing to hang my hat on.
Yeah.
Next.
Fear of fire, a vivid nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those things that you don't want to have in a dream, for sure. Uh, uh, just vibrant color. The strong lines pointing pointing upward. It's a shot that, when I look at images like this, I don't think as much as photograph as I do kind of illustration. It just has a very illustrative feel to me. I enjoyed it. It's dramatic. It's definitely dramatic. Next.
Bird on white.
This is a lyrical shot in the sense that we have that nice motion of the branch. The bird is well placed, and talk about a nice, clean, simple composition. This one definitely has that, and it's easy on the eyes, easy to take in the shot. But the main thing that comes to my mind is the lyrical nature of it. Next.
Dreams of a brighter future.
Yeah, this is sort of a 360 Garden of Eden kind of thing going on here. A lot of elements, and I think one of the things that's fun about this shot is that we do see these sort of shots that are captured with the different 360 devices. But I think this one added a bit more of a creative twist than I have seen with many shots done this way, and I appreciated that. There's a lot of fun stuff going on here, and yet they managed to keep it from being too busy. Next.
The Beetle and the Rose as Renaissance era still life and interpretation.
I like the shot a lot. It is very illustrative, like some of the other shots, but it's just beautifully done. It's the tonality of the shot, the color palette, the beetle itself, and the position of the elements in the frame, and how you just kind of pulled right into the shot. This is really well done. It is an excellent shot. Love it. Next.
Monochrome B, 3 images.
When the world is on fire.
Yeah, this is a good category. The monochrome shots in general I liked a lot, and I was trying to separate when I looked at the shot of what I know about the situation, being a Sonoma County resident through everything that's happened since 2017, and at the same time just looking at it as a shot itself. And this is one of those shots, because I have the background of living here. You just sort of feel like, are these animals going to be okay, and is this going to turn out okay? And for me, that was the dominant emotion in this shot. I think I would have liked a little crisper black and white, but that's my eye. I shoot Tri-X, so that'll tell you a lot right there. But I definitely got an emotional response to the shot, and that's one of the things that I look for. Next.
White Rose.
Lovely image, delicate feel, very nice tones in this. Yeah, well done. It's pretty, and I mean that in very complimentary ways. This is a pretty shot that I enjoyed a lot. Next.
Pied Crow, Corvus albus, sharing lunch.
Yeah, I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite shots of the whole evening. I love this shot. And also, as you'll be able to tell from the some of the other shots that I really care about, there's a couple things going on here that I like. First of all, the interaction is really interesting to me. I love the interaction. Right away, I'm pulled into what's happening here. Second of all, in terms of black and white, this is beautiful black and white. This is just gorgeous. you have crisp tones, but yet you're still hanging on to the highlights and the whites, and you have these lovely blacks, but you're still hanging on to some detail in there. The background is, kind of brings the subjects forward the way the background's handled. The detail is excellent. This is a wonderful shot. One of my favorite of the evening. Next.
Monochrome A, 6 images.
Bones of the iconic Point Rays, September 2020.
First of all, hats off to anyone that tries to shoot this kind of shot this time of day. Right? This is some rough water here in terms of just dealing with the contrast and dealing with the high angle of light. The thing that I like about it is I do like the angle, the perspective that the photographer took on this shot. I think that part is really good, and I think it's compelling the way that it goes. I would love to see the shot under different lighting, but like I said, anyone that can pull off a shot this time of day with this kind of subject, yeah, hats off. Next.
All dressed up.
That's quite a hat, I have to say. That is one heck of a hat there. So the things that I really liked about the shot is obviously the hat is intriguing. The person wearing the hat, there's some mystery there, with the eyes covered and so forth. And then the softened background is quite good. To me, I'd like a little bit more pop in the, it feels like there's a lot of mid-tone here, and I'd like a little bit more black somewhere, or a little bit more punch. But in terms of composition and just an interesting subject, and the way that it's framed, yeah, it's a good shot. Next.
Another time on 395.
Yeah. Well, the foreground's really cool to start with. I love the lighting on the rabbit bush there. It's really terrific. You have a nice dramatic sky. Kind of the single shack elements is quite good. And then the whole thing just hangs together well. And this is a good choice, having sharpness from foreground to background. This is the kind of shot you want that. And the placement of the raven or the crow in the foreground is quite good. It's well done. Very nice shot, pleasing to look at. I'd love to see this as a print. I think it would make a beautiful print. Get some good semi-gloss paper and just go to town with it. Next.
The aftermath.
Yeah. Oh. Close to home, right? Close to home. For being, on one level, a sad scene, of course, having fire run through here. It does have a lyrical nature to it because of, the way the branches are. The placement of the main subject is good. The supporting, the repetition of the shapes is good with a smaller version on the ground, and then then you have the tree itself, and a bit of drama. Not completely silhouette, but very close. It's an impactful shot, and it's well done. Next.
Looking up towards the stars. The 36-inch refractor was completed in 1888, and the original dome pictured was built specifically for this telescope, Lick Observatory at Mount Hamilton, California.
And it looks like you even got a shooting star in there.
Yeah.
And a little bit, see a little line there, which I stayed up all night not too long ago and didn't get much more than that. So, so there you have it. Such as astronomy. But shot's interesting. The perspective is good. Looking up. And then actually seeing the sky and hanging on to elements in the sky as you're looking up. It's fun. You have some motion in the foreground, I went back and forth on the motion. Part of me just wants to see it nice and crisp. Part of me appreciated, you know, a little bit of juxtaposition here. And so I never really quite made up my mind on that. But it's a good shot. And again, working these different elements, I made it enjoyable for me, but really appreciated the shooting star. So just never know what a judge is going to latch onto. Next.
Mohawk Gas Station, Route 66, Oro Grande, California.
Yeah, I like shots like this. I mean, I take a lot of shots like this, and then I would show them to my family, and they go, "Well, don't you have a picture of a person?" So, and I go, "But it's so cool." And they go, "Yeah, it's an old abandoned gas station." But in black and white, in particular, I think these sort of shots are good, and this one is well executed. I like the lines leading into the Mohawk sign. I like the Mohawk sign itself. I like the sky, and I like the tonality of the shot. I think the tonality is excellent. This is another one that I think would be a fun print as well. So just nicely done all the way around. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I think for a photographer group like this, I think you know, we're going to appreciate it more than maybe some other folks. Next.
Monochrome AA, 5 images.
A flight of sandhill cranes, a leader and its followers.
Yeah, boy, it's if you know, I'm guessing this isn't a composite. I don't know, but if it is not a composite, hats off to the photographer, because one of the things that's appealing are the different positions of the wings from the leader working backwards. Quite good. Interesting. Again, this would be a lovely, nice big print. I think it would be terrific. Well done, and either I don't know how many shots you have to take to get something like this, but I'm guessing quite a few. Next.
Great white egret in a reflective mood.
Yeah, this one was fascinating to me because of how the reflection you know, was so different than the bird itself, you know, because of the motion of the water. And on one hand, I thought it was interesting. Another hand, I was going, but it's, and you know, it's not pretty. if you know what I'm saying there. And so I kind of went back and forth on that. And the things that I did appreciate are the layers of the light and dark and the egret itself. I would love to see the shots that are on either side of this particular one. And, you know, this is one of those shots where the photographer goes, but this is what I wanted. This is what I really liked. I like the unusual reflection. And, you know, that's just where, you know, everyone's different eyes come into play. But that being said, I think the shot is well executed. Next.
At the car show.
Yeah, this is fun. Good black and white on this. Nice. I mean, that chrome is very chromy, and that's something that black and white does well. And I found myself kind of looking in the back of the mirror and trying to see what's going on in the rest of the scene, hoping to find something, you know, incriminating or, you know, something that you wouldn't want to see. But unfortunately, I didn't find anything there that was embarrassing at all. So then I moved on to the rest of the shot. I like the detail, believe it or not, of that Phillips screw head down below the mirror. It's just, my eye went to that like 3 or 4 times going, that looks really good. But yeah, this it's a fascinating shot. And other than being disappointed with nothing embarrassing happening in the background, I really enjoyed it. Next.
Portrait of Joel.
It's a lovely portrait, really, really well done. The texture of Joel's skin and the way that's rendered in the shot was fascinating to me. His expression I like a lot. And as anyone knows that has trying to do portraiture of Black people, how getting the skin exactly the way that you want can be a real challenge. And this one just came off beautifully. This is really nicely done. A nice touch are the glasses on the top of the head. I like that. But the thing that the photographer did so well, and Joel himself, is that you just keep going right into his eyes, and beautiful tones, beautiful. Everything about it. This is again one of the more enjoyable shots of the evening for me. Next.
Rolling hills of Wheat and Hangman Creek in the Palouse, Whitman County, eastern Washington.
Yeah, the creek leading into the scene is nice. It, kind of leads the eye into the rest of the scene. I can see why the photographer, wanted to shoot the scene. That sky is fascinating when you get the separation in the clouds like that. I think that the midtones in the landscape, I'd like a little bit more separation. Have the curve kind of stretched out a bit there. But I think the elements all hang together well. And again, the sky is really a nice touch, and it's a pleasing shot. A little bit more oomph, and I would like it even more. Next.
Monochrome Masters, photo images.
Portal.
Yeah, again, one of my favorite images of the night for all sorts of reasons. The subject is interesting, and just looking right into the subject's eyes, but also the lighting and the shape of the frame, really cool, something you just don't see very often. The nice little textures on both sides. And then the way on the left side of the frame, the way the light trails off, really beautiful lighting on the face. The way that the shadow detail is handled in the shot, and the way that the highlight detail is handled in the shot. Just a beautiful, well done, engaging, very, very nice photograph. Next.
Weathered door.
I can tell you from personal experience that I would have a hard time walking past these doors without taking a picture myself. I love doors like this. I think that there are endless possibilities with the different types of textures. I'm glad that the photographer held on to some of the texture at the bottom of the frame in the foreground there, because I think that adds to the shot. If we've gone too tight on this shot, I think I would have not enjoyed it as much, and also enjoy the texture on the sides a bit too. It's for this type of shot, and what I mean by this type of shot is really where you're just really working with pattern and tone here. I think it's well done. I like it. Next.
Bowling Ball Beach.
Yeah, this is a fun place to play, isn't it? There's always a lot going on, and you get your neutral density filter out there and get a nice long exposure, and then see what happens. And I think what happened here is some good stuff. The highlights of the water with the long exposure are pleasing, and against the texture of the rocks and the land. And this one, this is one where, and I don't know, I might have played with this and then decided against it. I think I would have liked a little bit more focus on the foreground here. I love the texture and the detail in the foreground. I think I want the background to tail off a little bit. And I wouldn't know for sure unless I played with that. But I think what my eye wants to do is just really concentrate on what's happening here in the front part of the image, because I really enjoy that part of it a lot. Next.
The Wild Coast.
Yes, so this is this is a lovely three element shot. You've got the sky, you've got the land to the left of the frame there, and then you have the water in the foreground. And I might have gone for a long exposure on this shot, thinking maybe see how that would look, because you have really sharp detail in the land structure to the left there. You have a nice sky going. And I think if I would have taken that third element of the water and just done something a little different with it, I think it would have even taken it to the next level. That being said, I enjoyed this shot. Next.
Okay, we'll take a 5 to 10 minute break and come back with the next two categories.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nature B, 3 images. Oops, I got to switch one more screen. Oh, come on. There we go.
Trapped mantis. In coastal California bushes, a brown praying mantis struggles to escape a spider web. Mantises are formidable predators with few enemies, spiders, birds, and snakes of same size.
Yeah, this is a terrific shot. I mean, the drama in this shot, and I like praying mantis a lot. I have a few in my yard. So when I water, they get all mad at me because I'll accidentally spray them and they'll come up and they'll look at me, and they have so much personality. So this one I'm really pulling for this guy. He's really engaged with this shot. It's just interesting. It's got drama. I really enjoyed it a lot. Next.
High Sierra Nevada coneflower, Rudbeckia californica, and hoverfly, Syrphidae pollinator.
Yeah, nice, simple composition, nice, clean, good colors. The colors in the background complement what's going on in the foreground. Good position on the elements. Just it's a pretty shot, well executed. Next.
Northern pintail, Anis acuta, Calusa Wildlife Refuge.
I like the low angle on this shot. I think there's an intimacy here with the subjects that sometimes we don't get in shots like this, and that low angle coming in that way, I think just has a lot to do with how successful this image is. The color palette, the muted color palette works for me. That little bit of reflection in the foreground, it just all hangs together nicely. But really the part that I enjoy is the angle on which the birds are photographed. Next.
Nature A, 1 image.
Practice landing. Juvenile osprey, Pandion haliatus, practice flying to and from the nest, prepares the juvenile to fish for itself.
So this is far and away the best image in Nature A. You guys will get that in a minute here when we go.
We got
it. But that being said, it's still a terrific image. The eyes, the way the eyes are captured, the energy of the shot, the position of the bird in the frame, those talons. Oh my gosh, those talons are so cool. I mean, this just a wonderfully done shot. Well executed, not easy. I can really appreciate the difficulty of the shot, and I enjoy it a lot. And that little bit of rim lighting on the bottom of the wing there is terrific as well. Next.
Nature AA, 6 images.
A close-up of the Kilauea flow on Hawaii's Big Island shows the regeneration of life. Ohia lehua and ferns are the first plants to colonize lava flows, often as soon as 1 year after an eruption. Yeah,
interesting, isn't it? How life just really doesn't waste time getting going again. And the juxtaposition of the vegetation that's emerging from, you know, this lava flow that you think would just, you know, kill the heck out of everything forever, and it doesn't. So the story on this shot, I think, is interesting, and the texture in the lava flow itself, I think, is interesting as well. I may have toned, you know, you get a little bit of blue there in the dark areas of the shot, and I would have to play with it to know if I wanted to hang on to that blue or not. If that lava flow was more of a black instead of a blue, I'd be curious to see what that looked like as well. But yeah, interesting story. And you know, this is you know, when you're at a place like this and you have something, you find something like this, photograph it, and I think it tells the story well. Next.
A red-tailed hawk, Butiol jamacensis, eats primarily mammals. Here one is pulling a leg off a rodent it had just killed while keeping an eye on this photographer.
Yeah, not for the faint of heart, this one. But this is what they do, right? This is what they do, and this is how they eat, and this is the cycle of life, and it is well captured, well, and almost too well captured for me when I first looked at it. But well done, and you know, if you really want to talk about, you know, and illustrate these birds of prey, the shot does it well. Next.
Wild pollinators. Many bee-like insects participate in pollination. The bee fly, family Bombylidae, left, and the migrant hoverfly, Eupiodes corali, are just two of over 1,000 wild bee species.
Yeah, this is a interesting shot. I like it. It's fun that you get two bees for the price of one there, and I actually think that adds to the interest of the image. I do. The lighting, the harsh lighting, is well controlled. It looks like probably a flash, I'm guessing, macro flash set up here, and the vibrancy of the colors is quite good. Nicely done. And because you had the photographer had plenty of light, able to stop down a bit and have lots of detail, and not just have it fall off too quickly, which can happen on a shot like this. So enjoyable, colorful, and interesting. Nice shot. Next.
A sand wasp pauses at a cosmos flower while transporting a housefly carcass to the nest for the larva, genus Bembicini.
This shot is just spectacular. This is an amazing photograph to me. This is something that I wish I had in my images. A couple things. Obviously, the wasp itself, and then seeing the carcass being carried and how they actually do that. The detail on the wasp is fascinating. The color scheme of the supporting elements works very well. And then just being able to get the position of all the things in the frame, the way they're positioned here. Just, this is an amazing shot. Super enjoyed it. Never get tired of looking at it. Love it a lot. Next.
The colorful strata of the John Day Painted Hills, Oregon, varying in age from 18 to 39 million years, were formed by ash layers deposited by volcanic eruptions now linked to the Yellowstone hotspot.
Yeah, this is, I like this shot a lot. And one of the things I like about it is kind of going with more of a muted palette here to give it kind of a painterly effect, which I think works well because, you know, the hills themselves are sort of painterly, you know, being worn the way they are. And then the, you know, having the color palette be softened a bit And then the way it's composed, you got a little bit of background there at the top, which is nice for context. And this foreground element on the lower right side is well placed. So just all the way around, a lovely image. This is one that, you know, you could have hanging on the wall and probably not get tired of. Well done. Next.
Male elephant seal, Drake's Beach, early January, exhausted after migration from near Alaska. After gaining strength, he will compete for mating rights and then return to northern waters in March.
Yeah, the eye contact on this, the camera angle, very good. I mean, we're working with a subject here that's, you know, not, let's be honest, not an attractive subject, but yet the image is quite engaging. And I think that has to do with, you know, the eye contact and the angle that the photographer took to get the shot. And then the other thing that I really like is the lighting on the left side of the frame, you know, the sun being at a lower angle there. That gradation is quite pleasing, especially when you have such a large mass of body there. I think the gradation really keeps it from being a blob and makes it, you know, sometimes in portraiture, you know, we use that kind of lighting because it's thinning. It hasn't really thinned him per se, but it really makes that body that otherwise could be not nearly as interesting as it is because of the way the lighting's handled. So I think this is well done. This is a tough subject, and I think the photographer is very successful in this portrait. Next.
Nature Masters, 4 images.
Cicada tortoise, or African spurred, is native to the Sahara. Sturdy legs dig in the sand to avoid heat and stay hydrated. Largest of their species, adults reach 2.5 feet or 230 pounds. Safari West, California.
Again, you know, this group knows how to photograph animals clearly, and getting a good angle, getting eye contact, nice, you know, kind of positioning in the frame. All those elements work together really well in this shot. On this one, I might have done something a little different with the color palette. It's, you know, it's approaching monochrome, but not quite there. You know, obviously there's still color in the shot, but I would have been tempted, to tell you the truth on this, to see how it looks in black and white. I think because of the texture, because of the fall off on the right side, because of, you know, everything, all these wonderful things going on in the shot, I think this could be a killer black and white shot, and I'd love to see it that way. Next.
The peeling bark on this species of tree, the Pacific madrone, Arbutus mczi, is commonly thought to be a way it sheds lichens and boring parasites.
Yeah, boy. You know, remember when I was talking on some of the earlier shots where, you know, that were more, you know, dealing with texture or pattern and how my eye wanted a place to go. To me, this is an example of when that works. You know, when the eye, you have basically a texture, pattern, and color shot here, but my eye has a place to go. And, you know, there basically in the center of the frame is where I start, and then I radiate outward and enjoy the rest of going on in this shot. I love what the photographer did with the color, you know, the vibrancy and the palette is just beautiful. And this is a really nicely done shot. It's enjoyable, very enjoyable. Next.
Leopards average a weight of 130 pounds, but can drag kills weighing 275 pounds up trees for safekeeping from other animals. This leopard feeds on a wildebeest, Kenya, Panthera pardus.
Yeah, what a moment in time here to be able to witness, you know, this sort of thing. A beautiful animal, nice lighting. In the tree, I think is fascinating as well. I like it. You know, the kill has happened, and you know we get to see that. So just all in all, you know, for a nature shot, these are the kind of opportunities that, you know, we like having, being able to see and witness this and then capture it. And it is well captured indeed. It's a good shot. Next.
A slow walk and a change in leaf color can reveal hidden treasures.
Yeah, you know, I have to say, you know, we had a horse race here between this shot and the peeling bark, and I went back and forth, back and forth a number of times. But this was the other shot here that I just really appreciated what the photographer has done, and you know, in all honesty, it could go either way with these two shots. But again, the color palette, the way that the main leaf is isolated there, that faint web, the little bit of bokeh in the background, you know, all these elements just work together really well. It's a beautiful shot. Well done. Next.
Pictorial B, 4 images.
Foggy Oaks.
Yeah, this has a very kind of impressionistic feel, or approaching impressionistic, not quite there yet. And the softness of the image, you know, basically taking the fog and running with it. You know, what's happened here, and the way the elements are positioned in the frame is quite nice. I love the little bit of light and dark on the ground there. That works really well. It's an enjoyable shot. These are fun shots to play with, and you know, try to see what you can do with them. And I appreciate the photographer, you know, really going after this one, and you know, framing it even with the tree on the right side there. Nicely done. Nicely done. Next.
Where's Waldo? Portrait number 3. Cayambe, Ecuador, 2017.
Yeah. You know, this reminds me of a shot. I used to have a pediatrician when I was a kid, and he would have a shot like this, and he'd say, you know, find the hummingbird in the shot, and then he'd give me a shot when I was looking here, and I thought it was kind of sneaky. But yeah, you know, this is one of those shots where I think the title is very fitting. There is a lot going on here. My eye can find the hummingbird and separate it out. Obviously, I would like the hummingbird to be highlighted a bit more, but I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here, and it's a good shot. It's a good image. Next.
Bull's Revenge, Cottonwood Rodeo, Cottonwood, California.
Yeah, boy, no kidding, right? This is a profession I would not want to engage in at all. Nice action shot. We haven't had a lot of action photography per se, and this is a good one, well put together, hanging on, you know, to all the tones in the shot, and you're just really feeling for, you know, the participants here, like, it's probably not going to go well. So I like it. It's a very good action shot. Next.
The Lady and the Peregrine.
Yeah, the peregrine there is again really kind of blending in with the backdrop there. I think I would have gone a little tighter on this shot, to tell you the truth, and maybe let go of the water on the right side, because I'm interested in the bird. I am, and the bird is placed well in the structure here. So I think I would have gone a little bit tighter and really emphasized the strength of this shot, which is the bird looking right at the camera and being an interesting bird. Next.
Pictorial A, 6 images.
The USS Hornet, an Essex-class aircraft carrier launched in 1943, is now a museum and is docked in Alameda, California.
Yeah, it's a big dog, isn't it? It's, you really get a sense of this, how big this thing is. And one of the things that I like is that there was room allowed for scale to help me understand this. And I like the straight on angle on this shot. You know, I think that adds to it as well. And, you know, hanging on to enough detail in the shadow areas so that I can, you know, appreciate the age of this vessel. So yeah, it's a nice approach, but especially the camera angle that was taken. Next.
Madrone.
Yes, so the lighting is a little hot here, and you know, that's always going to present a challenge for the photographer. And I think that this would be one where I would want a defining element in the shot. However, that being said, I did go to the center of the frame there and look where those three elements are working on the peeling bark. So, and I think I might have been tempted to tone down the highlights just a hair on that. But again, you know, these are the sort of things that, you know, as you play with them, you go, no, I kind of like it better hot. So, but I think this shot has, I don't think it's quite done yet. I think more work can be done on this because, you know, all the bones are there. All the bones are there. Next.
Morning yoga.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, and in water at that, right? When they get in water like that. It's fun. This is a fun shot. And the lighting on the bird is good. And I can appreciate what's going on with the birds. I like the reflection. I love the blues in the shot. And, you know, it's a nice moment in time right there. Next.
Deconstructed.
Yeah, deconstructed. Well done on this shot. Wow. Cool colors, cool color palette. You know, you get those mauve-y sort of colors and nice contrast on the element. The way the elements are put together, and especially with that black dial on the left side, to kind of give it, you know, one thing that whenever you put a sign or you put words or you put numbers in a shot, people will look at it, right? So, you know, right away, you know, you have to be very careful with that element because that is going to attract the viewer's attention initially. And photographer realized that and did a good job of placing it well. But the whole supporting shot and everything that's going on with it is quite good. This was a shot that I truly enjoyed. Next.
The Watchman.
Yeah, boy, we got some painterly stuff going on today, don't we? Very painterly, very, you know, you almost go, that could be the backdrop for a movie set, right? And it has that sort of feel to it. Well composed, interesting colors, good palette, nice highlights. You know, it has all the elements that you want, but really what jumps out at me is the painterly nature of this. And I could see this being on the wall if you put it on the right kind of paper and actually having people ask if it's a photograph or a painting. Next.
Point of Attraction.
Yeah, good title, right, for this. Just well done. I mean, you're hanging on for dear life with that light on the horizon there, and did it. Hung on to it. Nice gradation going upward. A beautiful detail in the foreground here in terms of color and lighting and position. All the elements hang together very, very well. There's an intimacy there with that, with the foreground, and then just this luscious, beautiful background. Nicely done. Gorgeous shot. Love it. Next.
Pictorial AA, 5 images.
Secrets beneath the snow.
Yeah, yeah. So I think one thing I appreciated is having these little dark elements with the twigs sticking up through the snow to sort of balance out or complement the dark water. And otherwise, I think you would have ended up with just a little too much white. And I think that was very, very well placed and very well done. And so I appreciate what the photographer did there. Hanging out for dear life with the highlights, but hung in there quite well. This is a shot where I appreciate the thinking that the photographer did, saying, how can I make this the best shot possible? And I think it's successful. Next.
Walking to the light. Drifting smoke from the purification ritual of burning bushes outside the Church of the Virgin de Candelaria provides a dramatic effect to the church's interior. Puno, Peru.
It's hard to miss with God beams, I tell you. You put God beams in a shot, you know, you're gonna you're gonna get some interest. And this definitely adds interest to the shot. It basically takes a shot that would be okay and makes it, you know, well beyond that. And the way that the photographer recognized that and then built the shot around it, and was able to hang on to that lighting, but yet still have enough detail in what's going on. It's good. It's good, but those are outstanding light beams. They really are. Next.
All the world's a stage.
Yeah, so, you know, and all these people are doing different things on the stage right now. Kind of wonder what is going through each of their minds, or, you know, if they're having a good day and all that kind of stuff. And then just the scale of the shot, you know, the people are so small and gives you a feel for the immensity of the landscape. So, you know, obviously without the people, this shot would be a much different shot. And, you know, having the way that the people are handled in it is what makes the shot. Next.
Leaves in a pond.
Yeah, leaves in a pond. I like stuff like this. I do. I have shot a lot of leaves in ponds myself. I think what was curious to me, and I appreciated this, was the way the photographer sort of took the leaves and the whole scene really and sort of abstracted it a bit. Yet the water beetles, especially the one in the upper part of the frame, still pretty sharp, even though, you know, the colors and the tones are played with in the rest of the shot. So I think that was a good experimentation. You know, you look at shots like this and sometimes you just think, you know, what can I do with this? What can I do to make it a little different or a little unique? And so I appreciate the approach that they took on this shot. Next.
Old friends waiting for spring.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. You know, the way that the trees with the juxtaposition of looks like the eastern side of the Sierra there. Long lens, you know, you get some compression, I'm guessing. And the tones in the foreground are pleasing, but the trees, you know, really the kind of the sharpness of the trees and, you know, their vibrancy because they're lighter color with that very painterly backdrop. That's a nice juxtaposition. This is a nice shot. This is a shot that I think could be an interesting print as well. Next.
Pictorial Masters, 12 images.
Yeah, the
No,
Masters
did
came
that
out to
again.
play on this one, didn't they? Action shot. I mean, this is a wild category because you just get so many different things going on here. Um, the kid, the kid in the back there makes it for me. He's really he's having a great time, and right, you can feel the excitement in this image, and for me, you know, that's I think what carries it in terms of the actual, the whitewater number 6 itself, and the water and all that. That's all fine, but the people carry the shot on this. Next.
Miracles do happen.
Yeah, I'm assuming the person got up and walked across the street, just left his wheelchair behind. And what a cool looking wheelchair, though. I mean, really, that chrome and that blue, and then you got the little light sparkles there. It's pretty nice, pretty fun stuff, and a good concept shot. I like it a lot. I enjoyed it. I think I'd want the background to fall off a little bit more on this, just so I could just really enjoy that wheelchair a bit more. But that being said, fun shot, really cool. Next.
Democracy in peril.
Yeah, I sort of feel like there's some sort of message here. But just looking at it visually, just as an image, I think it's interesting because when I talk about that repetition of pattern, and I talk about all that, and keep insisting that the eye has to have somewhere to go, and I think here the eye does have somewhere to go, and that flag in the center of it that remained in full color with the varying tones around it. I might have even gone even more crazy and even muted more of the flags even further, left that one alone. I don't know. That might have been too cliche, so it's hard to say. These things are works in progress a lot of times, but I think that the approach to this shot is interesting, and I really appreciate what the photographer's doing here. It's good stuff. Next.
100 Days of Solitude, sheltered in Bangkok, 2020.
Wow. Yeah. I love the tonality and the color of the shot. The colors are great, and the way the tones are handled are beautiful. And kind of thinking about her and how she really jumps out from this palette, because she has these colorful stripes on. So there's really no question on where to start with this image at all. That part's clear. But a secondary thing that I really appreciated are the gold knobs or latches or whatever those are on the left side. I like those a lot. In addition to everything else going on, this is a pretty photograph. It's really enjoyable to look at. Next.
2020, so over it.
Yeah. Amen, brother. I like the shot, and regardless of the title, just as a nature shot, just as a portrait, it's beautiful, and again, hard to do, hard to, the angle is good, the intimacy is good, the eye is sharp, the muzzle is really fun to look at as a secondary element in the image. The framing is nice. You don't have any grass in front of the eye. It's a lovely shot. 2021 will be better, I promise. Next.
Mount Shasta.
One of my favorites from the evening. I remember I was in Washington, D.C. as for part of the National Geographic Awards, and there was a shot that similar to this from Japan that actually was one of the big winners, and I really enjoyed that shot. And the shot to me reminded me of how much I enjoyed that other shot, and it just has this feeling to it of grandeur and beauty, but yet it's somewhat abstracted because of the color scheme. And then the tones, the alternating of lights and darks in the image, the softness of elements in the foreground, and then the sharpness of Mount Shasta itself. And then letting, being brave enough to let the scene be big. It's just a well done shot. Really, really like it a lot. Next.
Stormlight in Miami Harbor.
Yeah, there's some good stuff going on in this shot. I like how he's playing with the silhouettes, the lights and darks. I like the muted background. And I would say the only thing that disrupted my overall enjoyment of the shot was that foreground element on the left side there. I feel like it probably should be a bit sharper because to me, it keeps pulling my eye away from the bird, which is where my eye really wants to be. And the bird is positioned to be, the key element in the shot. So, I might have even been tempted to take that thing out in the foreground, depending on what your ethics are with playing with images and what the rules are for the contest. But aside from that, the rest of it really works for me nicely. And if it's okay to take that out, I think I would. Next.
I think I found the trouble spot, Odie, California State Park.
Yeah. Yeah, doggone it. And now who's going to go up there and fix it, right? Yeah. That green glasses, isn't that cool? And especially with the colors in the shot are really appealing. The wood I could look at all day, and then I like that type of sky in the background, and then that green glass. So that's what really jumps out at me is I just really enjoy the color scheme of this shot. And then, the unusual objects. It's not something you see every day, and that part's fun too. So good shot, very enjoyable. Next.
Our new California landscape.
Yeah, well, I think nature will rebound if we give it a chance. That's the good news here. And I think the one thing I appreciate the message of the shot for sure. And and at the same time am saddened by it as well, being the person who loves nature, as probably most of us do. But I think, really the green here on the left side is in position to be the dominant element, but I think I want something else there for that. And maybe working with this overall scene, which is an interesting scene, I probably would look for a different foreground element to put in juxtaposition with it. That said, I really like what's going on in the background there. I find it interesting. Next.
Netherworld, between dreams and nightmares, between joy and anxiety. Do we journey towards a golden sunset or descend into the hell of an emerging conflagration?
Wow, that's deep. A crazy shot, right? Just no holes barred here in terms of color and tone and all of that. And as such, because it goes so far, then it works, right? Because this is not something that you want to do halfway. You either go all the way and go all in, as this photographer did, or throttle back. And so I just appreciate just the, you know, the pedal to the metal approach in this shot. Next.
An afternoon in Galway.
I like this a lot, and you know, kind of really went back and forth on, you know, its standing in this category. But at the end of the day, I appreciate, you know, the thought that went behind putting these three images together, how the three images work, you know, together, and each image is, you know, interesting unto itself. And I enjoy the shot a lot. It's nicely done, and it's, you know, it's a little different as well, but not different in a crazy way. Just, you know, a unique presentation and a real study of these people. Next.
A fall morning on a Minnesota lake where the only sound is the call of the loons.
Yeah, boy, aren't these great mornings to be able to experience, let alone photograph. This is, you know, nature at its most beautiful and calmest. And you know, for that, just the feelings that this shot creates of, you know, things that we like to experience. We've all probably had a morning like this at one point or another, and getting to kind of revisit that, how that felt. You know, I just was happy to see this shot because of you know, what it reminded me of, and it's pretty as well. Next.
Non-competitive, 3 images.
A geisha and her fan.
This is a good shot. I'm not familiar with the categories that you guys have, but so I don't really understand non-competitive per se, but I would compete with this shot in just about any applicable category. This is a good shot, beautifully done, interesting. You know, hiding part of the flower. This texture and color on the right side, and then the way that it tails off in the background, and beautiful. Just a lovely, lovely image. Next.
Summer exuberance.
Ah, kids, you gotta love them. Messy, happy creatures, right? This made me miss my boys, actually. My boys now have graduated from college and, you know, are working down in San Jose. And, you know, it just made me remember how much fun they were at this age and how much I enjoyed them. And this shot brings all of that kind of warmth back. Anyone who has had kids or enjoys kids, I think, would probably appreciate this image a lot. Good emotion. Nice thing. I love the way the hair's kind of going back. Position of her in the frame. It's excellent. Good shot. Next.
A little dance.
Yeah, this is our final shot of the evening here, and good macro shot. I mean, again, I mean, just being right there at eye level with this. I think it's a wasp, right? It's really, I'm not crazy about wasps because they like to sting me every now and then when I'm out doing work. But this guy is cool looking. And one thing I like about macro photography, especially of insects, is how I really get to understand the insect in a way that I never did before when I'm like running from these guys. And, you know, this really, I can appreciate how this guy's put together, and then the way that, you know, the other two elements of the shot, both the foreground and the background, are handled is quite good. So just a lovely shot, lovely shot. All right, I should do that.
Okay. We'll take a 5 to 10 minute break and we'll be back with the awards.
There were 3 images in Creative B. That's weird.
winners.
Pretty sure there were 3 images.
You don't have to give all of them.
Okay. Creative B, 2 images. Second place, Ronnie.
Very nice.
Thank you. Well, I got a little bit of help from Tony on this. We had a critique on this, but I didn't. This wasn't intentional. I took a picture of this. I took a shot of this sculpture, you know, in Petaluma. I did this with my 100mm macro, believe it or not, because that's what I had with me. And I made a composite with a Milky Way shot that I did last year. And voila. So thank you, Tony.
It's very beautiful.
Went together beautifully.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First place, Joel.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Derrick. And this is infrared, and so I'm playing with it. And my my art manager, my wife Trisha, suggested some things, and it made it from just a real interesting infrared picture to something really special. And this is actually Spring Lake. So yeah,
Wow.
a very common scene
Beautiful.
with just a special camera. Thank you very much.
Beautiful, Jill.
Really
Good job,
great.
Joel.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Joel.
Good
Wow,
job.
that's
And-
great.
And I totally agree with your wife. As a single frame, it wouldn't have got first place.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. Serious.
Congratulations. Creative A, 3 images. Third place, Guy.
He's not here, I don't think.
He's not here tonight.
Oh,
Congratulations to Guy.
this guy,
Second
excellent.
place,
downstairs.
Sherry.
Oh, Sherry.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Really love it.
It's a little
Beautiful.
tree out at
Wow.
Schillenberger. And I took the shot a long time ago, but I've been playing with it for a long time. So I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
I love this.
It came off beautifully.
gorgeous.
Really great.
Smells.
Mm.
Even though the image is mirrored, if you notice at the horizon line at the bottom, it's not mirrored.
No, not
Yeah,
everything.
I noticed that too.
Oh, right, right.
It's a nice idiosyncrasy.
And the birds going up the middle aren't mirrored either.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Even better.
Wow. Interesting, Sherry.
Thank
That's
you.
something that Greg Korziski said is mirror and then change things a little on either side. So congrats.
I learned that from you, Nancy.
Oh, I learned it from Greg Korziski.
Likewise.
Very good.
Team effort. Good team effort.
Awesome.
And first place, Steve.
Ah,
Golly, Dave.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Nancy helped me a bit with this one. I played with this thing and played with this and played with this. It's an image I did several years ago with the Alfred Hitchcock that used to be in front of the store in Bodega,
Oh,
and put him in there with the bird on his shoulder.
I remember
the moon
that. I
behind it.
remember that. That's funny. Yeah.
And then I added the raven in the center. And then I had a couple others in there, but Nancy was like, yeah, it should be a flock. And I'm kind of like, yeah. So anyway, I just kind of made it with, a little bit on either side. And I really love the one with the moon behind. And if you look really close on the steeple, there's actually a little blackbird up there on the steeple too, which is always there. They're always there. Anyway, thank you. That was fun.
Oh, work. Beautiful.
Well done.
Yeah,
Well done.
nice.
Well done.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean, shots like this just make me smile. I mean,
Yeah.
so much fun.
Very nice.
Happy Halloween. Huh?
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Too bad you can't re-enter it for the field trip.
Creative Double A. Second place,
Yes, you can re-enter.
Mike.
Love that.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Knew it'd do well.
I was, this was taken over in Sonoma. I was over with Greg and Tony one day last year. And on my way home, I saw this vineyard with the tree. So I pulled over, and creative is not exactly my forte. So I played around with it and enjoyed doing it. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's the
Wonderful.
BR cone, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful.
Love the lighting in the field.
Yeah.
I know I have to tell you, the field is what did it for me on this.
Yeah.
Love the field.
The field was all yellow. It was mustard grass, I guess. And
Yeah,
it was a beautiful color photograph too. So,
I like it this way.
but I
Me
like
too.
black and white. So,
I don't think you can say creative's not your field anymore.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
thank you.
Agree.
Congratulations. First place, Phil.
Now, the story.
This was taken in New York. We were cutting between two avenues going through a office building, and they had this artistic piece there, and I stopped my wife and I said, wait, we got to go back. I already had this picture in my mind of what I was going to do with it. So she willingly stood there, and I took the one photo and then just started moving parts around to fit. I did mute down a lot of the background. The background was actually much busier, but you know, in the end, I wasn't even sure I was going to enter it. I thought it would just be a fun photo.
Well,
Really
you know, and a nice touch
Very
was
nice.
doing the arms as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the very last thing I did, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what put it over the top.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you, Phil.
I knew it was yours.
Right?
Well, yeah, you recognize Susan.
No. She just doesn't look like herself.
Okay.
Creative Masters, London. Nancy.
Nice.
That's
Well, I would like to thank Terry for pushing me on. I didn't end up like we talked about, but I felt so strongly about trying to get that kind of Renaissance lighting. And then the way the weirdness at the bottom went, I really felt like the still life, like all of a sudden that bottom half became like a part of the table with like nuts and things in it, but it's all actually from the flower, and the beetle actually was there, and it was that color. It's a cucumber beetle. But me actually not putting the bug in. And also Ronnie and Sherry do some nice work with still life. I love trying to make still life something different and having that, how do you pronounce the
Chiaroscuro.
Did you spell it?
Yes, I like to do.
Chiaroscuro.
Woo!
Man, Ronnie, well done.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, no spelling bee competitions with her.
Oh, yeah.
It's fabulous.
Man, it knocks your socks off.
Well
It does.
done.
It knocked mine off. In fact, I'm still barefoot.
But do you have pants on?
But
I
you're
do.
Don't tell us.
I do have pants. I know better.
Congratulations. Monochrome B, 3 images. Third place,
Sent me to.
Mark.
That is pretty.
Hmm.
Mark?
Chiaroscuro.
180th.
I'm muted, sorry. Yeah, I think probably most of you know where these horses are out in near Sonoma. I was just driving by and the smoke was heavy and there was just a feel to it. So had 2 or 3 different versions of it. Some with the fence in and the do not feed the horses sign and all that. But in the end, I just kind of liked them all out alone in the smoke.
Yeah, good choice. Very
Thank
good
you.
choice.
Yeah,
Good.
very nice.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Second place,
Hold on, Mark.
Ronnie.
Oh, nice.
Love that.
Yes.
I have to thank Harold Davis for this. I've taken a few webinars with him, and well, for those of you who know him and his work, I mean, he is the master of flower photography, among other things. And I have been trying to get this look for a while, and I finally figure out how to do it in Color Effects 4. I think that's, I can't remember. Is it the Nick? I don't know. Can't remember.
Silver effect?
Yeah.
Is it Nick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's still in silver effects or color effects?
Color Effects.
Color
Oh, no,
Effects.
no, Silver Effects. You're right, Silver
Oh,
Effects.
is it silver? Wow.
Actually, this was originally yellow. It was a yellow rose. And I liked it, but it was so much better in white, black and white. And yeah.
Yeah, it's you pulled it off. It's really lovely.
much.
Really lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Harold.
Nice, Ronnie. Congratulations.
Thank
Love
you.
your flowers. Your macro.
Congratulations.
Beautiful.
First place, Pat.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
You here tonight?
No, I don't think so.
Not here tonight.
Oh, really?
Spectacular image.
Oh,
Just spectacular.
it makes me so sad. I want to hear. Oh,
No.
Maybe John could tell us.
yeah.
Yeah, John.
Just, I mean, I just have to say, the presence of this shot and the way the monochrome's handled, really, just when you guys see him, just tell him, I'm over the moon for this.
Timing. Her.
Yeah, her. I'm over the moon
Maybe
for
we
this.
can get her to write to you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yay! Pat.
Hey, Pat.
It's really something.
Phenomenal. Congratulations. And Monochrome A, 2 images. Second place, Guy.
Nice.
Good shot. Guy's not here.
Deal to this.
Well done.
Oh, not here. Yes.
Really beautiful.
Congratulations to Guy. And first place, Steve.
Mhm.
Woo!
That's gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, this is one, this is up off 395 when we did the Mono Lake
Oh yeah.
field trip up there. And of course I added the bird in. Nancy was looking at it and I had taken out, there's another house to the left of this one and it was too distracting. I figured I need more of a center of interest. So I cloned out the other one and took all kinds of little details, darkened and lightened, and just played with it for a long time. But I wasn't happy with the bushes were kind of too harsh, and then I got them too dark. And so Nancy was giving me some critiquing on it and coaching me a little bit and some ideas. And also the clouds are from a really nice, some clouds that I saw that was a color shot, and I took the blue and cranked the luminosity way down to darken the sky. So I added that to the shot as well as the bird, of course. So anyway, it took a hell of a lot of work to get it this way. And a lot of cracking the whip.
Creative.
And here I thought this is the way the shot was. He just snapped the camera.
I know.
Yeah.
Paid off all
looked
your
at
work.
200 cloud shots before I finally came up with one that I thought matched it really well. That's one thing that I pride myself in. When I put a cloud in a shot, I want to make damn sure it's the right one, and that I try and match the lighting to the clouds and everything as best I can. So,
Nicely done, Steve.
Well done.
Bravo.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Steve.
Monochrome AA, 3 images. Honorable mention. Phil.
Well, I took this shot at the Peggy Sue car show, I think, last year. And, you know, actually, I did have something objectional showing in the mirror originally. There was a naked man walking by, and
Oh man, you should have left that.
blown him out. But other than that, it's the same.
Oh man, I kept looking for something. Nice
I
shot.
thought you were gonna ding me for the you know, backwards printing on the left center.
Yeah. No, good stuff.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Second place, Mike.
Oh, God. This is so
All right, is this real or is this Memorex?
No, this is real.
Wow.
This was one photograph.
Killer captured.
Wow.
I originally had it in color, which I like, but I thought, oh, let me see what it looks like in black and white. And you're right. The reason I chose to put it in is because of the wing positions. And the fact that they all seem to be so evenly spaced. So, yeah, thank you very much. I really like that image. Glad
Good
you.
choreography.
It is.
Thanks.
Yes.
You have them well trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's even
Congratulations.
it's even more impressive to me now that I know it's just one image too.
Yeah.
I agree.
And first place, Trisha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's that handsome guy?
Who's that handsome?
Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
That's my hubby. You know, it's funny that this shot, I love this shot, and it was taken as a kind of a practice shot when I was doing a project for school that involved my own body. And so it was just like a one-off, you know, just checking my lighting.
Oh God.
Wow.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I love that image. It's the best shot I've ever seen of Joel.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
I mean, Joel, you got to be over the moon on this shot here. I mean,
Well, actually, no, because he doesn't even make me breakfast for this one.
Hey, Joel, put your glasses on top of your head for a minute.
Yeah,
He
really.
does that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Good job.
Kind of like, go
Good
ahead
job, Trish.
already.
yeah. It,
Beautiful.
Trish, the way you, Trisha, the way you handle the tonality in this shot is just very, very well done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Gorgeous.
Monochrome Masters, 1 image.
Which one?
Nancy.
Yeah.
Great
Love it.
shot.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Nancy,
Where are you,
yeah.
Nancy?
Yeah, I had help. My friend Steve there, Steve Gibbs, he was like, too much brightness along the side and the bottom. And my friend Tamara, she's going, don't make them orange, don't make them orange. And I had them high key. I did it all over the place, but I really want to share. I hope you can see.
What are you watching?
This is what I did to this boy.
Wow.
I mean, if you see, this is what the original looked like.
Wow.
And what I did was this to this kid.
Wow.
I mean, it
I don't
was,
understand what you're saying anyway because I don't have my hearing
it
aids.
really put my heart
So I'll see you in the morning.
So good night.
Good night.
Someone needs to mute.
Too many.
I wonder what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Background noise,
We'll figure it out tomorrow.
John Carlston.
No, what time can you
Linda,
Self.
I hear every word you're saying, dear.
I love seeing them
So
before,
this
Nancy.
is the
That's
original.
amazing.
And I had amazing steps in between to get there. I couldn't get there. I couldn't get there. This was one of the towards the end steps, and it was still just not right. But I really wanted to share what I started with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's
if I
cool.
didn't thank everybody who helped me, I'm sorry. A lot of people gave
Beautiful.
opinions. We help each other a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So glad you stuck
And
with
where
that.
this-
You really
Where
killed
you
it.
ended with the shot is just spot on. Spot on.
Yeah.
Yep. I like the chin tone down too. That finished it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Totally nailed it.
Great teamwork.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Nature B, 2 images. Honorable mention. Mark.
Hi there. Yeah, just took this out. I think I mentioned last time I spent a lot of time out at Calusa Wildlife Refuge. So just love going out there every year.
Yeah, nice angle on that shot.
Thank
Really
you.
nice angle.
Love the muted colors.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah. You should put that on your wall.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. First place. Joel.
No.
Oh,
Holy mackerel. I thank you, Derrick.
wow.
And, all I can say is 2 things. One is this is a case where the world came to me because I'm out at Doran Beach over by the Birdwalk trying to take pictures of egrets with my long lens, and they're too far away, so I'm frustrated. So I'm sitting there enjoying the weather, and I see a praying mantis. And thank you. That's all I got to say.
Beautiful, Joel.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's I mean, this is one where I'm engaged. You know, I'm really pulling for him. Come on, man.
Keep your head.
Now, that was a gift for you, Joel.
Let me say that after taking about, I don't know, 20 or 25 pictures, I really felt I needed to let them go. And this actually was a 4-picture set, but I put in there that I let it go. And blessed be to Rick, he said to me, well, that's no longer a shot where there's no human element.
Oh.
And I said, he's right. I should have let the mantis die. So anyways,
Should have told us.
here's one for Rick. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
And you, Derrick.
And I'm going to add, I'm glad you let him go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I never
That's a
knew they
shot.
had wings. Yeah, I didn't either. I was surprised.
Some of them, yeah.
And it's not green.
Oh, in my yard, they change colors over the course of the summer.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're
There are,
crazy.
I think it's 2,100 species of mantis.
Yeah.
You would not believe the different, some don't have wings, a lot do. And then this one's a male, and the females have short wings. I mean, you can get lost. And the reason I said brown praying mantis, because it's real hard for me to tell what the actually type of mantis this was. There are so many.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's difficult.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Very, very nice.
Nature A, 1 image. First place.
This one is
Linda.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good because I can't see my picture, which is nice. Nothing worse than looking at yourself. But this was outside of Ennis, Montana on the Madison River. It's on an area about 20, 30 yards off a major highway, and sat for 3 hours and had the worst fanny fatigue. But it was just amazing watching. There were three juveniles and a mom, and the dad was bringing in fish and all this other stuff. But thank you very much. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Well done.
We love it.
Nice.
Love those eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nailed it, Linda.
Congratulations.
God, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, you cornered the market on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tough
but
competition.
But it would have won anyway.
and
Oh,
that's what I
yeah.
was gonna say. It would have won
That's
anyway.
right.
It would have
Yeah.
won.
Oh, thank you, Derrick.
That's right.
Feature AA, 3 images. Third place, Bob.
Good
Oh.
image.
Yeah, thank you. This was taken at Drake's Beach early in January, quite early. The seals had just started to arrive and the beach hadn't been closed off to people yet. So a number of us were just wandering around. In fact, I'm sure we were too close, you know, for safety for us and for the peace of mind of the seals. Yeah, this guy sort of caught my attention and the lighting was good and
Yeah.
this was it. And just as an aside, you know, he'll be here for about 3 months and he'll fight and hopefully get mating rights. And then the males will take off for the north. The pups will stay on the beach to gain strength and all the females take off for Hawaii.
Nice.
My kind of life.
There we go.
There are. And just as another aside, I'd just like to make a comment. I was able to submit this for this photo for this show because Rick was caught onto the fact that I had too long a title, and he very graciously opened the website to me again so I could get within the 200 character limit, and then keep it submitted.
Good. Wow.
He was very generous.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing that.
Great member.
Yeah,
Great
he'll be
guy.
missed.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Second place, Herb.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. This was, I guess, 90% being in the right place at the right, excuse me, right place at the right time. The lighting was wonderful there, and just managed to put a composition together. As an aside, this wasn't even on my radar as a submission. We were evacuated, and I was in the motorhome. The only thing I had was my Surface Pro, and this was one of the trips that was still on that device. So I'm going to pull this out and, and put it together real quick. So again,
There you go.
Wow.
Well done.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like the palette on that shot is really good. Really
Yeah,
good.
it is.
Yep.
And
Great work.
first place, Bill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
Bill.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Took this with a long lens. I have a macro lens, but you can't really get that close to wasp. And I took it with burst mode. So I had about 6 images of this guy. And this was the only one where you could make out the 2 wings. This is a blur, of course. So this is the one I picked. But thank you.
That's beautiful.
ISO 400, 11600. That's really good.
Bill,
Yeah,
did
the
you have
victim
to,
sharp.
Bill, did you have to keep laying out bait for him?
Laying out what?
Bait?
Oh, no, like flies? No. Oh, I should also say that I really want to thank Mark for introducing us to bees and blooms. I've been making that a regular visit since then. I really appreciate it because it's a great location for flowers and the various bugs that like those flowers.
Amazing.
It's an amazing
Photo.
shot.
Very nice.
It's an amazing shot.
Thanks.
Yeah, love it.
Congratulations.
How did you get it?
Just the right place and sharp as
How did I get it?
Did you have anything that you submitted?
Yeah.
No, it's to be in focus and to catch it. You know, those things go so fast.
Yeah.
Well, probably the main thing is using a long lens. That's a 400 millimeter in micro 4/3. It's equivalent to an 800 millimeter lens in 35 millimeter. And that allows you to be far enough away that they can do their thing. So it's really like doing a bird in flight kind of shot, except it's closer, of course. But the long lens is key, and then high speed and burst mode, absolutely, because it all happens so fast.
Right after it's known.
Yeah.
And you know, something
So
that I think,
mirrorless,
go ahead.
mirrorless is doing well. No, just talking about mirrorless, that's all.
Well, I was gonna actually, my comment's gonna be on Micro Four Thirds too. What a lot of people don't realize, he knows how he's got more front to back sharpness on the Beetle, and the Micro Four Thirds gives you the reach, but look at how much is in focus there.
Yeah.
You know, he has more depth with that length of lens, and you know, a lot of people, you know, everyone talks full frame, which is great. You know, we all love full frame too. But people don't realize for nature, Micro Four Thirds, you're seeing one of the advantages of it here, because he's able to have, you know, the reach, but at the same time able to hold the subject in focus. And you know, quite honestly, when I look at this shot, I know how hard it is, and I just go, that's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would also say Olympus is pretty good for having a good automatic focus, because this sort of thing you're shooting quickly. And Olympus has a very, very quick automatic focus that helps.
Yeah, the Mark III is a good camera.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Nature Masters, 3 images. 3rd place, Tamara.
Beautiful.
You here? Thank you. That was just Kenya. My sister was there visiting, and that was her first leopard, the first place I took her. And there were 3 leopards all right around there together, and it was beautiful morning light. And he sat up there crunching that wildebeest, and we listened to the sound of those bones crunching.
Wow.
And there was a hyena. Frequent, it's not uncommon. Hyenas sit underneath the trees when leopards are eating, waiting for them to drop something.
Oh.
And so I have great pictures of the hyenas sitting in these beautiful flowers right underneath in the morning light too, waiting. And then eventually the leopard did drop most of it and the hyena got it.
Wow.
Which was kind of fun. But thank you.
Morning light.
Yeah, beautiful.
You even got the curl of the tail in there.
Yeah, the tail's great, isn't it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love the tail.
I like the paw.
I have some of him licking his chops and he's kind of bloody too, but I thought that was going a little too far.
Yeah,
Thanks
for me
for
it would
that.
have. I like to stare right into the camera. That's a big part of the reason why I like the shot.
You really
Thank
make
you.
a connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations. 2nd place, Liz.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful. Nice job,
Thank you.
Liz.
This is from Foothill Park. And I don't know, I just love their bark. So
Yeah.
and try to find a good composition.
It's beautiful.
I think you did it.
Thank you.
Great color.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, this is neck and neck with the other one. I really, I like them both so much.
I think I know who did the other one, so I'm happy.
Yeah, good.
Congratulations. And 1st
Thank
place,
you.
Tony.
Oh, beautiful.
I love this shot.
Very
You
nice.
know, I've set it up as wallpaper.
Gorgeous.
I've set it up as wallpaper because it has to remind me to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many times I'm like an elephant walking through the woods and I miss all these beautiful little things. And I'm hoping this acts as a reminder and a teaching moment.
Yep.
Bokeh,
Very nice.
color, and lighting are excellent.
Yeah. Very delicate.
Yeah, gorgeous color.
Real good, Johnny. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Congratulations.
Beautiful.
Pictorial B, 1 image. 1st place, Ronnie.
Very cool.
Just lovely.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, Tony.
Beautiful, beautiful.
This was another collaboration between Ronnie and Tony. I took this a long time ago, and just one day I decided I had to take fog pictures because it seemed like it was missing from my portfolio. And I didn't really do much to this, but I got some help about cropping it. And yeah, this is pretty much, I can't say it's straight out of the camera, but it's pretty close. And this is Rincon Valley, my neighborhood, Rincon Valley Park.
Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice.
Nice
done,
done.
Ronnie.
Congratulations. Pictorial A, 3 images. 3rd place, Guy.
Love that.
Love the color.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Guy's not here.
Been on that bridge.
I'd love to hear how he did that. Color.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, me too.
It does look like a
Oh,
Hollywood set.
And rich.
anyone know where it is?
It looks like Zion.
It is
Zion.
Zion.
Yeah.
On the bridge, one of the
Virgin
bridges.
River. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful.
Congratulations to Guy. And
Yep.
a very special second, Richard.
Oh, it's
Wow.
so beautiful.
Oh, that was
Gorgeous.
such a wonderful photo.
Gorgeous.
Derek, I don't know
gorgeous.
if you know. Do you know that Richard passed away a couple days ago?
I was sort of figuring that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
He
is
was our comp chair, and he passed away of a heart attack a couple days ago.
a wonderful legacy right here.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
have a
Just
suggestion
stunning.
that we get this printed and give it to Evelyn.
Good idea.
Very
Can we do
good.
that?
Absolutely.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent idea.
Yes, let's do that.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wonderful photo.
It
It
is.
would be lovely on metal.
Oh my
Metal
gosh.
or metal.
Oh yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
At least
Perfect.
metallized paper.
I'm sure it would mean a lot to her too.
Yeah.
And I will edit some clips from this Zoom and put it together for her.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
great.
that would be super.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve.
Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Makes me cry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad.
You'll be missed.
I want her to know that she's part of us too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, Elgin
Well
Watts
loved.
might be interested.
I hope she'll come visit often.
Yeah.
In 1st place, Steve.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
Really nice.
You're
Yeah.
kicking it,
Yes.
Steve.
Tony and
Stunning.
both were
Stunning,
here with me
stunning,
this-
stunning.
This evening, I told them both I wanted to go to this location. So we went up there and it was horrific winds. This was like gale force winds. We had to hide behind the rocks. The waves were just whipping like crazy. My camera, I wiped the lens off 30 times taking this image. And I had to still remove water spots off the camera lens. It was a horrible situation to shoot in. But everybody else left. It was getting too cold and dark, and Tony had a huge long drive to get home. So I stayed and shot this one and then one other one, which you'll see next year, which I might even like better. I don't know, another really good one from another area there. But the sunset was just a blessing. And those rocks in the foreground and the color were just stupendous.
Yeah.
Nancy helped me a bit on this. She pointed out, because the rock there that's in front, there's a little bit of separation there where you can see it.
Yeah.
Well, there was no separation.
Good
And it
job.
Good idea.
Don't tell us
There
these
you go.
things.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm like, you know what? I can fix that. I wasn't going to because it was so close to it, you couldn't tell, but I think that was a great tip. So thank you.
Can't tell.
It
It's great.
Steve, it was worth the 27 hours you spent on this.
Oh, that was a great call.
Yeah. Where was this again?
5 or 6 times, maybe more. So thank you.
Yeah. Steve, where was this?
This is up at Salt Point.
Salt
There's an
Point.
area where you always see cars along the side of the road. It's a big, wide area where you have to walk across this wide field. Kind of an unmistakable spot.
Wow,
Lots
thanks.
of points and coves out there.
Salt Point.
Yeah, right before Fisk Mill.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think between Stump Mill and Stump Beach and Fisk Mill, I think is where this is, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
There are so many elements in this that are so, I get lost in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I worked on so many different things because this is a really harsh image. There was no detail in the rocks and the water. It was a ridiculous amount of work to try and get cleaned up. And the water spots were all over this thing. It was blurry, all kinds of blurry images on those rocks in the middle, but the foreground was pretty clean. And that's what saved it.
Beautiful.
It
And the
sure
sky,
saved it.
that was not Photoshop sky. That was what was there. I just amped the colors up a little bit and it was a total blessing. I loved it.
Wow. Gorgeous.
Well done.
A special congratulations tonight to Steve. He has scored a hat trick, 3 first places.
Oh my.
Nice.
That's a first.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Good job.
My birthday is on the 10th in 2 days, so that just gave me a happy birthday.
All right.
You deserve a new lens.
As I get a job, I'll go buy one.
Pictorial AA, 2 images. Second place, Bill.
Oh, he's not here. I don't
He's not here tonight.
No, he's not here. Haven't seen him in a
Congratulations to Bill.
Great
Yeah.
photography.
First place, Herb.
Yeah, I love that.
What? Wow.
Gorgeous.
Thank you very much. This was an image that I actually had prepared previously and wasn't 100% convinced it was ready for prime time, but it was the only one I had with me in the motorhome. So put it up and
you did well from your motorhome.
And look at that.
and it was shot on Christmas morning. My wife is reminding me. So I was out, before sunrise on Christmas Day. So you can see it. So,
Where was it, Herbert?
it's the Eastern Sierra. My son is in Bishop now. So we were spending
Okay.
Christmas in Bishop.
I thought it was around that area.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I played with the colors a little bit for the first time. I explored the individual sliders and the UV saturation and so forth. So my first effort. So thank you.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Well done.
Beautiful.
Congratulations. Pictorial Masters, 3 images. Third place, Nancy.
Wow.
The Nancy shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love that.
It was a drive-by.
No
Really?
It was a drive-by
No
through
fair.
the window of the taxi.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
But a lot of thanks. I want to thank my friends, and I don't want to miss anybody. I know that Terry, Steve Gibbs, Ann, and if I've forgotten you, I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
Great job.
Beautiful.
And the gold things, that's where the gold things, that's incense gets put in there.
This is one that's in that book that you did from Thailand. Nancy, the book?
Yes, it was called 100 Days of Solitude, which is where the title came from. I guess I'm losing myself.
You're getting very weird these days.
Very Halloweenish.
I'm headed back to Bangkok. I sure would like to be.
When are you going
Yes,
soon?
I did it, and it was not this year. Probably won't leave. Probably won't leave the
Wishful
house
thinking.
for well into next year. But
Nancy, it looks like someone left the transporter switch on.
hi, everybody. Thank you.
You never look stranger.
Let me get some. Oh, I do. See, I carry my laptop and I put light on and that's what does it. And I closed it.
Is she looking at the switch like, do I really want to go out there and turn it off?
Yeah. Her eyes are on it for sure.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Nicely done. I love the gold things.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Congratulations. Second place, Tamara.
Oh, look at that eye.
Sorry, I had to unmute. I'm having my popcorn dinner. Didn't think you wanted to listen to me eat popcorn. Oh, well, this is fun. Thank you. I just kind of threw it in there for kicks, for fun. But I know a lot of people don't like the grass in front of lions, but living in Kenya, I have millions of pictures of lions without grass in front of them. And I kind of like this just because the snout, whatever you want to call it, the muzzle and the eyes were sharp, and the grass just kind of gave it depth, I thought. So, and I kind of cropped it in. Actually, I didn't crop it much. It was it was pretty close to me. But I like my lion, so I thought I'd just chop off the ear. And he's got a little wound there you can see. Almost looks like a bullet hole or something, but I think it was just a scratch. But
Bite mark.
bite mark. Who knows? Anyway, thank you.
Beautiful.
No, and just to build on your point, the grass is good as long as it doesn't cross an element that we want to look at. And that's what I liked about the shot. Is that the grass was configured so we had it, but I got to see the two things I really wanted to see, which is the eye and the muzzle. So that's nicely done, very nicely.
And the green color is a good complementary color.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. First place, Steve.
Woo! He's not here.
He's not here?
No longer here? He was here earlier.
He's giving a presentation. No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think he was
tonight.
I've got some work for you if you were listening, Steve.
Beautiful.
Good job today.
Yeah, let him know that I really enjoyed this image a lot.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Yep.
Can't wait for his master's presentation.
Right.
Yeah, just a
I'm
couple
happy when
weeks.
he got this.
Very nice. Lovely, soft, muted
Couple
tone.
weeks.
Congratulations to Steve.
Yep.
And the winner of the evening.
Image of the night. I can only guess.
You might guess wrong.
Wow.
Right,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks very much.
That was a spectacular image.
Super, super, super.
Amazing. Fantastic. Certainly were a lot to pick
Well
from.
deserved.
I think this is a shot that both photographers will appreciate because they know how hard it is to do this,
Yeah.
and that non-photographers would appreciate as well. And it kind of appeals to both camps that way. And was he just hovering there?
He was on his way from one flower to the next, so I got about 6 quick shots, and then he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know he had the fly?
No, it's a time.
That's a great question. That is a great question.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely
You're
took a few
surprised,
shots
you know?
of him, and later I realized, my God, there's a fly underneath it.
He's got a fly.
Bonus
Yeah, you hit the jackpot on that.
Yeah,
All over in a matter of a couple of seconds. It was just
because no fly, no grand prize.
Fly is the key.
Again.
Once again.
Oh,
those are good.
I just got it.
Here's to the vice president.
Thank you, Derrick. This was
Thank you,
wonderful.
Derrick.
Thank you very much. Great evening.
So wonderful.
Good job.
Wonderful.
I appreciate you guys sharing your images with me.
Most enjoyable night.
Good.
Very
Same
much.
for me.
Yeah,
Same
thanks.
for me.
Thanks so much.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.